What's up, good people? Happy Monday. Let me know that you can hear me in the chat by typing Happy MLK Day. Happy MLK Day. If you can hear me in the chat, I'm waiting on the chat. Looks like the chat is behind. Okay, there we go. We got viewers and everything. Okay, it's all catching up. Let me know that you can hear me in the chat by typing Happy MLK Day, because that's what's important today. A celebration of Martin Luther King's life and legacy, and the rest of it is we ain't gonna stress over it. Bear with me. I am I'm recovering from whatever was going on, or I'm still working on it. Whatever is going on with my throat, sore throat, congestion, and all that good stuff. And so I'm sure y'all can hear it. I'm going to push through and try to get through a full show, but if it takes over too much, I'm going to have to catch y'all later. But anyway, we're pushing through. So today we have a few topics that we want to cover in this morning live. We got the unfortunate story of the LA wildfires still causing destruction, and this time it's Will Smith, and so we're going to talk about that story. We got the situation that's happening later today, where the United States will officially be swearing in a new president, and Trump has plans, and he's signing a bunch of executive orders. So we're going to talk a little bit about that. Also related to Trump, we have some of our most notable rappers who, I don't know what they're doing. Honestly, I don't know if they jumping ship. I don't know if they're fully, finally showing their true colors. But we have news on Snoop and Nelly, and others, who decided that it was an amazing, great idea to perform at Trump's inauguration crypto ball. And so we're going to talk about that. And then a little news coming out of Memphis, basically some updates, etc. For those of you who live in Memphis, we're going to talk about it. Closing out, thank you for the 100% of you who have liked and shared this video. If you have not as of yet, please like and share this video if you're joining late, or if you are watching the replay. It is greatly appreciated. It is free for you to like and subscribe and share, but it is invaluable to me and the growth of my platform, so it's greatly appreciated. Hey, Eunice, here's my chat over here. We got hey Eunice, we got CJ, and we got Sonia Briggs. What's up, friends? And also Debbie Bennett. Thank y'all for participating and commenting. We have first poll question is actually, did you hear? And I've seen some over the weekend. I started seeing some people talking about this after this story, after I got a notification about this story on my phone. Did you hear that Will Smith's house burned down in the LA wildfire? Well, Will and Jada Smith's home. So, excuse me, y'all. Gotta get some warm tea on this throat. So, according to Afrobeats, Los Angeles Wildfires, Will Smith, his $42 million Malibu mansion burned to ashes. So they say him and his family have been left in shock. Not only did he lose his house, but reports indicate that his wife, actress Jada Pinkett Smith, and his children and other family members were in the home when the fire started around 2:30 a.m. As they woke up to smoke and the smell of burning wood. The high winds and dry conditions, I meant to be sharing this. Hold on, y'all. Y'all know how it is when you're sick. Everything you get thrown off. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Pull that down. Pull that down. This article we're reading. Okay, it's not larger. Okay, it won't large. High winds and dry conditions fuel the fire, making it difficult for firefighters to contain the blaze. The home, a beloved sanctuary for the family, suffered extensive damage despite the efforts of local fire departments. The actor, who was on a business trip, was immediately informed when the fire started. Upon receiving the news, he made a haste back to Malibu, only to be confronted with the devastating spectacle of his cherished property consumed by fire and his family desolate. He was absolutely shattered. A close friend revealed Will is deeply distressed upon was deeply distressed upon his arrival. While he is typically a reserved individual, his experience was profoundly traumatic. His family is of paramount importance to him, and witnessing their predicament in such a chaotic state was devastating. Although all family members and guests have been confirmed to be safe, the psychological effects of this traumatic events are anticipated to be substantial, particularly, okay, some of these reporters in there, right? What do we have to really explain the obvious? Of course, this is traumatic. Traumatic for anybody. Lose all that and your family were in danger. Says the Smith family $42 million mansion, a symbol of their success, is now a pile of ashes as the fire investigation unfolds and the recovery efforts begin. The family faces a long and challenging path ahead. Although it is a heavy loss, fans, friends, and family alike are relieved that they made it out. There's a lot of obvious statements. That was a blind read and not my favorite article. But yes, it's an unfortunate story that the Smith family has unfortunately lost their compound, the $42 million estate. I remember, I think it was around the time where she was writing her book and all of that and all the other controversy they had, where she was saying that whole compound was not her ideal situation. It was something that Will wanted to build to display his success. And also, but he was saying he was doing it for her, but she's like, I don't need all of this. So I did the dark side of my thinking did say, did she set it on fire? Did she use this as her opportunity to be like, I can finally burn this thing down? Just joking. But yeah, thoughts and prayers to them and everyone else who's experiencing loss there in the LA wildfires. We do know that a Will and a Jada Smith, although they're rich and all of that, and they can replace this, is still a major loss to them. And there are some things that you can't be replaced, some items, memories, et cetera, et cetera. And I'm sure they have very expensive artwork and one of a kinds this and one of a kinds that. So that stuff cannot be replaced no matter how much you have, how much money you have. Put these glasses on, quit struggling. It's not even that hot in California. It doesn't make sense at this point. I know some of these. I would love an article that gave more details, like that their neighbors, and I know they have an estate, but the closest neighbors to them, that they have problems in the area in general, where their other home, or these isolated pocket, fires that are happening at this point. Because then I'm looking at Jada side eye. What is Promised Bride talking about? Get a life, Jesus. Trolls this early in the morning? You waking up trolling? A lot of stars have lots. A lot of stars have lots their homes. It might be a typo. Okay, so yes, thoughts and prayers to the Smith family. Moving on to Trump. Today is the day. Today is doomsday. Today is doomsday. Um, this article here is talking about President Trump. Oh, jeez. Trump and the executive orders. What he told y'all what he was gonna do, and now he's gonna have the ability to do it. So it says Trump is likely to sign executive orders at Capital One Arena. Sources say they said President-elect Donald Trump is likely to sign executive orders at the U.S. Capitol after his swearing in on today, and then additional ones later at the Capital One Arena in the afternoon, where the inaugural parade and entertainment were moved because of frigid weather in Washington, D.C., sources told ABC News. Separately, top Trump officials told ABC News he is preparing to take more than 200 executive actions on his first day in office. Over 200. Trump advisors are hoping he can sign multiple executive actions at one time under what they are calling an omnibus executive action. Probably just making up stuff again. Essentially, multiple actions would be compiled into one document for Trump to sign to avoid his needing to sign dozens of documents one by one. Trump told his supporters at a Sunday rally, "You're going to see executive orders that are going to make you extremely happy. Lots of them. Lots of them. We have to set our country on the proper course." What course is that? Taking us back 100 years. A small group of Republicans were briefed by Trump's incoming White House Deputy Chief of Staff for Policy, Stephen Miller, on Sunday afternoon. Sources cautioned the plans were in flux and it's still been finalized, but they said Miller outlined several executive actions and declarations to the group. I guess I literally have to really, normally I'm, not digging into this stuff, but I do want to know every executive action that he is signing. So some of them include the following: declaring a national emergency on the U.S.-Mexico border. We kind of know that was coming, even though he prevented it from happening so that he could get credit. Also, that TikTok ban thing. Y'all let me know in the chat. I did not put it because it's not in my over the weekend. I had planned to talk about TikTok, and then by the time I was putting the show together last night, I knew TikTok was back online, so it kind of made me say, "Oh, no need to talk about it." But I'm curious of y'all thoughts. Poll question we're closing out is: did you hear about Will Smith's house burning down at LA wildfires? Only 26% of you had heard about it, so I'm glad we talked about it this morning. Try to keep you informed if I can. Do you think that the TikTok ban was a scam? Do you think the TikTok ban that happened, was that Saturday going into Sunday? I can't remember now. Over the weekend, do you think that TikTok ban was really propaganda? Because even, I posted it on our community page, but even the way the message was written, I thought was very odd when you tried to log into your TikTok. Oh, I'm gonna put it on the screen. Hold on. I'm gonna airdrop it. This off my agenda, but timely because we're reading these executive orders, which is more tricks and stunts. Okay, here we go. Let me see. Pull it in here. Here it is. Okay. This was the message when you tried to log in TikTok over the weekend. This was the message that you received. It says, sorry, hold on, I can't read it on there. It says, sorry, TikTok isn't available right now. A law banning TikTok has been enacted in the US. Unfortunately, that means you can't use TikTok for now. We are fortunate that President Trump has indicated that he will work with us on a solution to reinstate TikTok once he takes office. Please stay tuned. I was like, I feel like this propaganda. I feel like this is trying to set Trump up to be the hero of this whole thing, where in all actuality, Trump is the person who started this years ago. Craziness. But now he's the hero. And also he was saying that he wants he wants the US to have 50% ownership of TikTok, which means that there'll be more propaganda. I swear, y'all, we are moving into a dictatorship. Some people sleep on that. It's happening. It's slowly happening. He now won't have to face any crime, anything that he does in the name of serving as president. As long as he says that, he doesn't have to face any charges for it. He can't be criminally charged. What? It's horrible, y'all. So back to this article. Oh, let me do this first. Do you think that TikTok ban was a scam? 79% of y'all are woke. 21% of y'all do a little bit more research. Okay, share this screen. Let's finish this article. So they're saying some of the executive orders out of the 200, there's just a little short list that they're saying, declaring a national emergency on the U.S.-Mexico border, rescinding the DEI, diversity, equity, and inclusion, or gender-related directives from the Biden administration. So anything related to civil rights and diversity, equity, and inclusion is gone. Designate cartel as foreign terrorist organizations. Sure. Okay. Repeal rules on electric vehicles, which Trump to ABC News in an interview. I think that was a typo. Which Trump told ABC News in an interview on Saturday. Why are you repealing the rules for electric vehicles? I'm sure it's going to be safety rules. I'm sure it's going to be rules that's going to help his bestie Elon Musk, make more money and have cars that are probably unsafe, but may even just be stealing our data. Ain't no telling. Controlling our lives. Ain't no telling. Question: do you think that Trump and Elon will fall out with each other? Do you think that Trump and Elon Musty will fall out with each other eventually? And do you think when they fall out, Elon gonna tell the truth about what he did to the election to help him win? I'm just thinking ahead. I believe it's gonna come out. It's gonna come out in the wash, for sure. He's going to offset limits for offshore drilling on federal land. He's going to order troops to help build more infrastructure at the border. He's going to relaunch and remain in Mexico. Relaunch the remain in Mexico policy. I don't understand that. Declare a national emergency related to energy. What's the national emergency with energy? I don't know, y'all. Okay. Yeah, I'm going to have to do some more research. Anyway. God be with us. God be with us. Poll question we're closing out. Do you think that Trump and Elon will fall out with each other. 100% say yes. I think it's bound to happen. Like when you look at Trump, his personality, his history, all that kind of stuff. And then there's definitely a power struggle happening because Elon thinks he paid to be a pseudo U.S. president because he couldn't run because he's not from here. So he paid to have someone serving in that place so he can run it. Next story we have is Snoop Dogg and his disappointing actions over the weekend. We got Snoop Dogg, Rick Ross, and Soulja Boy took the stage at a sold-out crypto ball to perform for the audience on Friday night. The rappers have come under the public, especially the Black community scrutiny after performing at an event that celebrates Donald Trump's victory in the elections last year, despite speaking negatively about him in the past. I wish I had to pull that clip, but I should have pulled that last night. I forgot. So the article that we're going to share says that Snoop Dogg trolled for Trump bait and switch at the MAGA ball. Says rapper Snoop Dogg is under fire from some of his loyal fans after he performed at an event celebrating President-elect Donald Trump's impending inauguration. Politico reported that the Washington, D.C. event called the Crypto Ball was sponsored and attended by many heavyweights in the crypto space. An invitation that circulated on X revealed that the ticket to the black tie affair went for $2,500 each. What's this thing with all these ads? It's throwing my thing off. What's happening? A video of Snoop's performance posted to Instagram was flooded with social media commentators expressing their disappointment in the rapper cozying up to Trump's base. This is culturally embarrassing and disrespectful AF, wrote one social media commentator. Another added, Snoop's been sold out. If you don't see it now, you're in denial. I see it clearly now. Sentiments were similar on X, where Snoop's name trended with more than 85,000 posts on Saturday. One quote said, Tupac always was right about Snoop Dogg. He always plays both sides for a check and some clout, shaking my head. However, Barron Trump's bestie, Bo Ludden, seemed to welcome him with open arms, writing, "Welcome to MAGA, Snoop." Ridiculous. Shucking and jiving. In reality, Snoop, whose real name is Calvin, has been both supportive and critical of Trump in the past. Prior to Trump's first election win, Trump didn't mince words, and he said he'd never seen a MFer like him in a 2016 interview with Rolling Stone. Then in March of 2017, Snoop further solidified his feelings towards President-elect when he pretended to shoot at Trump, at a Trump lookalike in a music video. More recently, his tune has seemingly changed. Snoop went on to say, "He ain't done nothing wrong to me. He has done only great things for me." Wow, Snoop, wow. The rapper said in a January 2024 interview with the London Times, "So I have nothing but love and respect for Donald Trump," he added. Snoop has yet to respond to any other backlash he received since Friday. There's something to be said for these Black celebrities who and rappers, especially, I'm seeing a trend where they get into a different tax bracket and what they become more concerned with is the money side of it and wealth, and they forget about their community because he ain't done nothing wrong to you, but he's doing everything wrong to those your family, friends, the people who your loved ones. Because everybody who he loved ain't rich. Everybody who he loved ain't living in LA somewhere in some mansion. They back still in the hood. He ain't done nothing to me. Wow, Snoop. Wow. He ain't done nothing to me. Wow. Then we have Nelly. Another disappointment. Oh, hold on. I had a poll question for that. I'm jumping around a little too much. Poll question going out while we get into Nelly. Uh-oh. Do you think that Snoop, do you think that did he sell out? Do you think that Snoop Dogg sold out? And we'll get to the next sellout. Nelly defends performing at Donald Trump's inauguration. Quoted as saying, "I apologize. I didn't know I had to agree with your political choices." Wow, Nelly, wow. After reports broke about Nelly being scheduled to perform at the president-elect Donald Trump's inauguration, the St. Louis rapper is defending his upcoming performance while claiming, "I apologize. I didn't know that I had to agree with your political choices." It's so much deeper than that. Why are they so blind? On Friday, January 17th, CBS News reported that sources familiar with the inauguration planning for Donald Trump told them that Nelly, age 50, is set to perform at the inauguration Liberty Ball, just one of the president-elect's three official inaugural balls on Monday, which is today. The U.S. Today also confirmed news claiming a press release from Donald Trump's J.D. Vance inaugural committee indicated that the three-time Grammy Award-winning artist would be performing for Trump. For Trump. He got to come in the house from the field to perform for Massa. As mentioned, the Liberty Ball, which is geared towards supporters of Trump, is one of the three official inaugural balls that will take place on Monday, and it will be taking place after Trump's swearing-in ceremony, which has been moved indoors to the Capitol due to expected Arctic weather conditions in Washington, D.C. Is that true, y'all? Is it going to be Arctic out there in D.C.? Meanwhile, the commander-in-chief, Chief Ball focuses on military service members, and the Starlight Ball focuses on high-dollar donors. Trump is expected to deliver speeches at all three events. In response to the news of Nelly performing at Donald Trump's inauguration, social media has gone in an uproar while also calling out Snoop Dogg, Rick Ross, and Soulja Boy, who performed at Friday night's January 17th Crypto Ball as a part of Donald Trump's inauguration weekend. However, Nelly has defended his performance for Donald's inauguration and told Willie D that he was confused about the backlash and that he is just doing his patriotic duty. Wow. The delusion is real. During a new interview, Nelly told Willie D, "I thought you was riding with me because I put you on for my city. I didn't know you was riding with me because you thought I would ride for who you voted for. I didn't know that. I apologize. I didn't know that I had to agree with your political choices. I thought it was the things you do, not the things you say should be done." What, Nelly? What? Nelly continued, "He's the president. He won. I'm out here on a political campaign. I didn't get none of that 1.5 million to get anybody voted in. I respect the office. It don't matter who's in office." You sound ignorant as hell. the same way that our men and women and brothers and sisters who protect this country have to go to war and have to put their lives on the line for whoever's in office. Nigga, you ain't on no, I'm sorry. You're not on no battlefield. What? What? You compare yourself to people who serve in military service to protect the country from being taken over or destroyed from war. Your performance on a stage for all of 5 to 10 minutes, you're comparing to people keeping our country safe? Really? Yo, shucking and jiving for NASA, you compare it to military service. The delusion is real. So if they can put their life on the line for whoever's in office, I can damn sure perform for whoever's in office. Yeah, you can shuck and jive for whoever you want, Nelly. You are totally right. Keep on shucking, because I'm done with you. I will never play It's Getting Hot in Here ever again in my life. Ever. Y'all. It's the state of the world. Poll question closing out. Did Snoop Dogg sell out? 92% of y'all say yes. 8% of y'all like anything for $1. To each his own. Just know that some things come with consequences. It's plain to see to some of us, and others not so much. It's human nature. Poll question we're putting out there: do you accept Nelly's excuse? What's that an excuse? What was that? What's that even an excuse? Moving on to our next topic. Memphis police addressed driving training after being involved in 438 crashes last year. So the Memphis police were involved in 438 traffic crashes last year alone. The Memphis Police Department reported 438 crashes in the past year, with 150 crashes being their fault, averaging more than one crash per day. Now, they claim that out of the 438, only 150 of those were their fault. Do y'all believe that part? Or do you believe that they only took accountability for the 150? The MPD officers drive about 20,000 to 40,000 miles more annually than the average driver, making crashes inevitable despite training efforts. Okay. A local Uber driver criticized the MPD officers for not following traffic laws. I'm going to close out this deadly question before we go to the next. Nelly poll was, do you accept Nelly's excuse? 87% of you say no. 12% of you say yes. I accept anything from Nelly. Get that money. Anytime Master let you in the house, you should go in there. To each his own. To each his own. Poll question we got going out is, oh, I forgot to pull the video in. Have you observed the police breaking traffic laws out in your day-to-day driving around or riding around if you don't drive? Have you ever noticed police breaking traffic laws? Have you? We got to do a video. I forgot to pull it in. Here it come, y'all. Here it come.
Top story at 6, cop crashes. Memphis police have been in 438 of them in the past year, and they were at fault for 150 of those. Thanks for joining us. I'm Richard Ransom.
And I'm Pepper Baker. So do the math. That's more than one crash per day. And tonight, ABC 24 is seeking solutions about how MPD is trying to be proactive behind the wheel. ABC 24's Desmond Nugent joins us in studio tonight. Desmond, police took you to their training course today. What are they telling you about all of those crashes?
0, which is the ideal number, but it's just not realistic. Second Lieutenant Lawrence Wright with MPD tells me officers drive 20 to 40,000 miles more than the average driver each year. He tells me crashes are inevitable, and that's why they're always trying to freshen up on their skills. It's not the type of scene you would expect, but crashes involving Memphis police cruisers are happening nearly every day.
I even had several that have ran my stop sign while I was out. So they don't bother to follow the own rules of the road, much less anything else that they tend to stop us for.
Rebecca Hahn is a Memphis Uber driver who believes both MPD officers and regular drivers should be held accountable if they are driving too fast.
Find a little bit more and possibly also have to retake the driving test.
Second Lieutenant Lawrence Wright with MPD says they are making sure the proper training is being enforced during basic training before officers are on the road.
As we go through the serpentine,
Officers are mandated 54 hours of driving training. That includes defense driving and emergency vehicle operation through a 4-minute timed obstacle course.
the rules is if you hit 2 cones, it adds 5 seconds to your time. If you hit 3 cones, you are disqualified. If you miss any obstacle, you are disqualified. And the course is timed, which will allow them 4 minutes to drive this course.
Wright says they do take serious matters if an officer is at fault. He says before that can happen, their special traffic investigation squad comes out to the scene. Then a review board determines if the officer is or is not at fault. That officer then is expected to attend a hearing with their commanding officer.
Every crash that's at fault, they have to come through 8 hours or additional training off each crash they are at fault at.
Wright says depending on the severity of the crash and if the officer is facing criminal charges, they could be fired.
Depending on how many crashes they had before, how bad was the crash, and the driving matrix, that depends on the severity of, do they get a reprimand or do they get suspended days without pay.
Second Lieutenant Wright says while more than 60% of the crashes are not their fault, he does advise regular drivers to share the road and be on the lookout for police lights and sirens. Wright also tells me they are looking to decrease the number of crashes. In the studio, I'm Desmond Nugent.
All right, so yes, that's what's going on there in Memphis. I'm like nearly every day seems excessive for there to be traffic accidents involving police cars. To me, it speaks to a larger issue, but they're like, oh, no, that's normal. It should be more of them. Okay. Poll question we're closing out. Have you observed the police breaking traffic laws? 74% of you have, 26% of you have not. You might live in an area where they are actually protecting and serving. It's not quite the case for many of us, unfortunately, for the most part. Going into, oh, geez, I forgot all about that. I was rushing to pull a show together before I went to bed last night and forgot something. We'll do it tomorrow, though. Poll question going out is, have you followed the Tyree Nichols case? I don't know if you guys remember this. Yeah, we'll do this one. I think I'm going to end up sharing the screen. Hold on. I forgot to pull this in. Share screen. And we.
Why do people donate blood? The benefits are endless, and the
I'll let it play the commercial first.
U.S. needs blood every 2 seconds.
New details tonight in the federal case surrounding the 5 former Memphis police officers charged in the beating death of Tyree Nichols.
The sentencing in that case was scheduled for next week, but has now been pushed back. Action News 5's Imani Williams live downtown with details. Imani.
All 5 former officers will be sentenced in June, specifically the week of June 16th. Now, the exact date for each of the former officers has not been set yet, but Emmett Martin III and Desmond Mills will get the last 2 dates of sentencing. Motions were filed to move sentencing after the state trial. Darius Bean's attorney argued the former officers may say something during sentencing that could impact the state trial for murder charges. Today, Bean, Justin Smith, and Demetrius Haley were all in court for the motion hearing. Bean and Smith are not behind bars as they wait for sentencing, but they do have restrictions. Smith's attorney asked Judge Mark Norris if those restrictions could be loosened. Norris said he would consider it. Now, Haley is in custody as he waits for sentencing. He was brought into the courtroom by U.S. Marshals and he was in a blue jumpsuit. I'm explaining that because no cameras are allowed in the federal courtroom. Now, the state trial, that is set for April 28th, and the former officer's attorney said that trial could last anywhere from 2 to 3 weeks. Live downtown, Imani Williams, Action News 5.
Right.
So, yes, that's the update on Tyre Nichols' story. I'm trying to get out of this thing. Come on. Oh. So, yeah, the 5 officers who were involved in that brutal attack, gang-style attack on Tyre Nichols are facing their sentencing dates have been reset so that it can all be done after the state M trial. So, yeah, I'm glad to see things are still happening with that because it seems like it's kind of died down in the media. Yes, thank you for that reminder, Marianne. Please hit that like button if you haven't as of yet, and share this video and subscribe if you haven't. And it'd be greatly appreciated. It is free to you, but invaluable to me and the growth of this platform. Sherry is saying Trump has a new meme cryptocurrency. It's called the official Trump trading at about $50. Yeah, I saw something about that yesterday. He is marketing. It's just we're facing unprecedented times. We're going to see things that we've never seen before. We're also going to see why they were setting the stage the way they were, passing certain laws, working with the Supreme Court to make him immune to any charge. That is the absolutely most ridiculous thing. Donna saying, I haven't been following the Tyre Nichols case because I haven't heard anything about it. Thanks for the update, though. Yeah, I actually have a Google alert set up, so I've been seeing the bits and pieces, but y'all know I don't be necessarily the most consistent over here, so I hadn't had opportunities to share the story. Poll question: have you followed the Tyre Nichols case? 14% of you yes, 86% of you have not. I probably should have played a little background video for those who may not even be familiar with the story. We go through a few star questions and then I'm gonna let y'all go so we can get our day going. That hawk is going to make you reconsider walking outdoors. Yes, it's frigid cold here in Chicago as well, and I think that's why I have sore throat, congestion, and all this good stuff. Is that how freezing cold it is, and I was already coming down with something. And then I had an event on Saturday, so yeah, that didn't help. I saw that Obama, Bush, and Clinton are not going to be there today. Can't say that I'm surprised. I mean, they like forget it. We ain't even gonna try to fake it. I ain't mad at him. I mean, he's disrespectful like that. So I think we need to revisit Michelle Obama's when they go low, we go high. I think we should go to the crust of the earth. It's my philosophy. They go low, let's go lower. They are free to do what the heck they want, and I'm free not to support them. This is in regards to, Jackie is speaking in regards to Snoop and Nelly. Yeah, I agree with that as well. Like, they can make the choices that they want to make for whatever their true agendas are, but then I'm going to make the choice that I want to make, which is not to support. CJ is saying Snoop is a turncoat. He talked all that mess about Trump and people that were performing for him last time he won. He's canceled Nelly too. Yes, like the video. I hate that I didn't pull that video, but the video that where he was dragging Trump is like, how do you come from that to this? They probably even gave him some crypto stock or something like that. Cryptocurrency. Two mentally challenged men, of course, they're going to fall out. Oh, talking about Elon Musk and Donald Trump. Yeah, I agree with that. Totally. Miss AMG is saying, unfortunately, Elon will be further ahead before his relationship with Trump blows up. I agree with that as well. He's definitely gonna still, in my opinion, probably come out on top. He's definitely going to push his agendas and all of that. And as a businessman, that's probably all he's really thinking. He probably knows that it's not going to last forever. That pseudo friendship or whatever the hell they got going on. Chocolate is saying, yep, it's going to be cold, but I don't think it's as cold as here in DC. Because I'm like, I feel like they've done it before when it's cold, but, whatever. Don't matter to me because I wasn't going nowhere. Val, did you see the article about the CPD officers stripped because of DUIs and drugs? Google it. No, I did not. Yeah, it looked like it's cold all over the place. I'm seeing some of y'all comments. Hold on. Let me pull up the live comments. Here we go. I think the official Trump is worth buying. It starts at 19 cents on Friday and now $50. All money ain't good money, so I'm not impressed. But have at it. Some people will invest in anything just to make $1. Have at it. Like I won't invest in crack dealers, even though there's money there, because I have a certain standard. But to each his own. But with that, I appreciate all of you joining me this morning. It's time to get our day started. It's time to get up, get motivated, and get our shine on today. So with that, I'm going to see you guys out. I will see you in the morning as long as I don't get worse. If I do, I'll probably try to figure out something to pre-record, a rerun of some sort. But with that, y'all enjoy the rest of your day. Try to stay warm because it seems like we are freezing all across this country right now. In more ways than one. But with that, let's stay motivated. And till next time, peace.
What you say? You was gonna give up? Bitch, you wasn't finna give nothing up. You was finna keep striving, keep pushing, keep working, and keep doing your shit. You are great. It's nothing but success in your future.